You're welcome back. The program is still New Dawn. And of course, this is still the segment we call the Morning Flakes. I have in the studio this morning one of our fathers. When I say fathers, I don't know what I'm talking about. When we were initiated 1996, we used to know that, okay, when we have a chief, after you have XY, Acapulco chief, but now we have a Methuselah chief. So
now, when you're talking about initiation, please be elaborate.
No, by the time we get into the business of the day, you know what I'm talking about. Okay. So this morning we have Methuselah chief, Ogumefun Adekunle, a chief of the Kegites. And of course, we're talking about reigniting Kegites Club. So, what is Kegites Club? Who are the Kegites? Do we still have Kegites today? And many of the things that we're going to talk about this morning.
Okay, thank you.
So welcome to the program, sir.
Good morning, viewers at home. Happy to be here.
So,
Kegites,
what is Kegites Club? Let's start from there.
Kegites Club is a socio-cultural club that lives to promote African culture. You see, there's always this mix-up about civilization.
1 minute, sir.
Okay.
We will just take a short break, and when we return, the program will continue.
Okay.
When you're low on energy and need a break, give yourself a treat. Cadbury Hot Chocolate. Smooth, crafted from cocoa, milk, and sugar. Creamy, chocolatey, frothy goodness, rich taste, so satisfying. Cadbury 3-in-1 Hot Chocolate, the treat you deserve.
Welcome back, and of course, to have Methuselah Chief of Ogumefun here with us. So, Chief, so back to you're trying to tell us what Kegites Club is all about.
Kegites Club is a socio-cultural club. All we are out to do is to promote African culture. Okay. You see, there's this misinformation about civilization and westernization. Civilization is actually developing, modifying, bringing into existence in a better form your culture. What is culture? Your way of life, your way of behavior. In our culture, we are very respectful.
Yeah.
We are mannered, and that's what we are trying to promote. When Kegites Club started, it actually started at Palm Wine Drinkers Club those days. Okay. It was started by a few people in the year 1962. 1962 by some young men. Then now Obafemi Awolowo University, but by then they were at Ibadan. They will call that place Mother Shrine, where we have the Polytechnic now. They gather together. You see, when as students you see, in those days when you get admitted into the higher institution, there's this culture of westernizing. Everybody wants to be like an Oyibo man. Yeah. But these people came together. Look, we are cultured people. We don't need to disgrace our culture. We need to promote it. So these are Africans who came together and said, how can we promote ourselves? And then we had this motto. Then they said the basis of African unity and world peace is palm wine. And you see, palm wine is a common drink all over Africa. And wherever you see palm wine, you always see happiness. So they come together after lecture, they come together, enjoy themselves, drink palm wine. And you find out that they were connoting some slangs. They want to differentiate between themselves and other groups. Yeah. Then they have some languages. Like the other time we will say, Lala Turukus, Ile Lumbus. What does that mean? In Yoruba, Lala Turuki, Ile Lumbo. And you see, they want to English the thing. They say Lala Turukus. You see, it's a disciplined club. Okay. It is taken after African culture, where we have the hierarchy of a king. In the Kegites Club, we have the chief, who is referred to as the head of the. We have the elders. We have the feather. Yeah. And it's the most disciplined. Please underline, the most disciplined club in the continent on any campus, the most disciplined club. And it's not for dollars. If you want to be a Kegite, you must be brilliant because it's tasking. You go for gyration, you meet people, you travel all around. By the because I was a Kegite, I can proudly say I've traveled all over this country. I have traveled all over the country. I've traveled outside the country based on this. And what do? We meet people. We make real friends, not internet friends. We make real friends. You meet people. Connectivity. You go into other people's culture. You know them. I have Igbo friends. I have Hausa friends. In Kegites Club, we are one. It's not a religious club. Please, let's note it. It's not religious. We have Christians, we have Muslims, we have...
And it is not a tribal club.
It's not a tribal club. Like you know, said Kegites Club.
Yeah.
I said we were Pawan Drinkers Club before. In 1987, one of our, during the reign of Ogtv. Ogtv is an Igbo man. The Kegites Club or Pawan Drinkers Club originated from the Yoruba, and he became a chief. Then himself and other chiefs, we call it council of chiefs.
Chief or a world chief?
A world chief. You see, we have this hierarchy. Those who are from the origin, where it actually started, we call them the world chief. That is the world headquarters. Yeah. This is Obafemi Awolowo. Students of Obafemi Awolowo have that honor. Because you're a student of the origin of that club, they call them world chief. Then the source. Yeah. Those who are from the University of Ibadan, we call them national chief. Okay. Then those other branches, we don't call our branches, we call them Ilia.
Okay.
We call them, so that is the hierarchy. And you know, in Africa, you respect hierarchy. Yeah. We give, you see, like I said, it's only in Kegites Club that someone, your colleague will speak and you cannot speak. When you say it is final, it's just like in the military, when a chief make a pronouncement, just like in the African culture, it is me. It takes discipline for you to adhere to whatever someone who occupies that room. So I said it is the most disciplined club you can find on any campus all over the world.
Okay, let me quickly ask you. At some point, it was said that the Kegite Club they practice cultism. They are cultists. I mean, you people have members that are cultists. Is it the coronation, the generation, whatever is done at midnight? People don't know what is going on, and that's elements of cultism in your practice. So do you think it's a myth? Is that what it is, or there is?
That is misinformation. You say this is what happened. Even as a Kegite, if you're a Kegite, it's forbidden for you to belong to any cult. You see, there's this song we sing. We say, Mele, Mele Shawo, Mele Shebe Okunkun, Mele Shebe Lemu Pelu Pirate. That is, you cannot be a Kegite and belong to any cult. It is forbidden. The moment we find out that you are a cultist, you are gone.
You'll be decayed.
You will be decayed. What do you mean by degradation? That is expulsing you from the club. You cannot do the two together. It's not allowed. So there's no way a Kegite can be a cultist. There are two parallel lines that cannot meet. Then concerning initiation, what do we mean by initiation? You all need a simple English language. The process by which you bring non-members into the membership.
When they are admitted.
When they are admitted. So, you see, then talking about gyrations at night. Sometimes in Nigeria, sometimes ago, do you know you cannot have parties in the day before the advent of General Diya in Ogun State? All parties are night parties till dawn, till dawn. You know those days, I don't know whether you attend parties there. It's always till dawn. But when things are evolving, you can have gyrations, we have coronations. What do you mean by coronation? Bringing into being a new head of the club, a chief. You have it during the day. People do it during the day. And we are all over campuses. Not only in Nigeria, we are in UK, we are in US, we are in Asia, we are all over. all our activities are done openly. And Kegites Club is the only club in Nigeria that you find out that heads of institutions will come out and say, I want to belong.
Yeah.
If I can start during my own year as an AB chief, next month will be my 40th anniversary as a chief. Next month, April will be my 40th anniversary. When I was a chief, I initiated the rector of my school, the registrar, and 16 head of department the same day. When I walk in the campus and I meet the rector on the way, do you know what the rector will say? Dr. Adebayo said, my chief, I said, my rector, he said, permission to fall out. I said, rector, fall out of it. You see, we command respect. The society, governors. I met the first military administrator of Ogun State then, when Ogun State was protected. You see, when you see a chief, no matter how small, the respect they accord him, and chiefs behave themselves. And like I said the other time, a dull lad cannot be a chief. Because before you are coronated, they will look at your GP, what level you are. They will look at so many parameters for them to make sure that you see, let me tell you a story. So when I was in my final year, people were asking me, Chief, how do you combine the two? Because I was still leading in the academics. They say, how do I? On Fridays, I'll leave school. Sometimes I go to Port Harcourt, sometimes to Kaduna for gyration, and I must come back by Monday. Nigeria was still good then. And when we were traveling then, those days, and we meet policemen on the way, we say, we sing, there's a particular song we sing for policemen. We say, Olo Pade Akoja we know the passenger. And you see policemen dancing. That was when Nigeria is still going to be great anyway. Amen. So those are the things, you see, as a Kegites Club, you move with people, you mix with people, the connectivity is there. In Kegites Club, we don't say you are Igbo, you are Yoruba, no, we are one. This is basis for African unity. But we now changed the motto in 1987 to unity in diversity. And I think that is the motto Nigeria should be using. Yeah. Unity. Our diversity should be our empowerment. Different culture, different background brought together will bring our strength together. And we become a very formidable team.
Okay. My chief, sir. Yes, sir. Do you still have the Kegites of then that you're talking about today?
I will say yes and no. I'll be sincere with you. Do we still have Nigeria of yesteryears today? You see, the problem we have in most clubs, most schools, is the problem we have in Nigeria. Everybody knows the right thing. But how many people are doing the right thing? You see that presently you see some people would say Kegites Club is still one. But there's what we call involvement. As a father in the house, the way I was brought up by my father, I can bring my son up there. Things are evolving. The Kegites Club is also evolving. But like Nigerians, we all shout for change. Yeah. Okay. But we don't want the change to start from us. So things will change. And you see, because things are growing, you see things from a different perspective. I see things from a different perspective. But if we want growth and harmony, we sit down and see how it goes. Do you know the king in Yoruba land or anywhere cannot avert the power he was of? They said the other time that a king can just come and behead anybody and no question. Do you think any king can do that? So the same thing is happening.
Okay, sir. What's the beauty of Kegites is Wednesdays we do a mini tapping.
God bless you.
Fridays we gyrate. So to make it lively this morning, I think we want to do that as well. Let's have a mini tapping. Okay.
We'll go on a short break, and when we return, we'll start the mini tapping.